So next we come on to the chord and arpeggio parameters. Now these are basically the same as they are on the ST multisample and poly wavetable algorithms. But since I've actually added to those features for all three algorithms since I made the videos for the last two, I'll just explain some of the new features now while I've got the opportunity. So two things were added. So the chord enable used to just be off or on. Now you can enable it on a per gate input basis, so you can basically have one or more parts playing chords or arpeggios and another set of inputs that's playing without a chord or arpeggiation. So just to remind ourselves how this works, I've got René going here. Let's put in a basic sequence down this one. So that's just playing a note, and I'll enable chord mode. And I'll choose a chord shape. Now, that sounds weird, you'll notice. Now the reason that is because we've got René, and for René we need to change the gate offset parameter. On ST multisample, this is the one that makes it choose the right sample, but in all three algorithms affected, this is the one that makes it choose the right chord. So if we raise that to a decent value, then our chords make more sense, which is important. Now I've got another sequence from René's Y, and if I just pop that into here, or just by itself, you know that's also playing chords. That's because we're using the old school chord enable on. Now if I change that to chord enable gate 1, now I've still got my chords from that part, but that part is just playing notes. So that's new since last I made a video of these things. Now the other thing that's fun, that's new, is some new arpeggio patterns. So I'm going to arpeggiate this input, which is the one that's playing chords. In fact, let's get rid of that one just for now. And I'm going to change the gate to a slightly faster clock. There we go. So arpeggio off. So up. These are not new, but that's a new one. Step up. So this, in fact, let's change that to try. So this basically alternates the lowest note of the chord with the other notes in it, so it's going ba 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 ba, C E C G C, like that. And the reason it's changing there, by the way, is that these two bits have different pitches set to them. If I just turn those off, no, sorry, that's not how René works, is it? That one. So that's just the arpeggio pattern without changing the bass note. So that's step up, and step down is the opposite, so it's alternating the top note with the other notes in the chord. So that's new, and then random's not new, but there's two new randoms. So random 2 is random but it never plays the same two notes in a row. And then random 3 is, not only does it not play the same two notes in a row, it never plays the same note in the chord until it's played all the notes in the chord. So it's basically permuting the chord rather than completely shuffling it. But I rather like the sound of step down in this case. And then if we re-enable these two different notes, you get a kind of nice progression. And then if we put the top part back in, there we go. So that's that's the new chord and arpeggio features, and that applies to ST multisample and to poly wavetable as well. They both have those new things. So there.